Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of what the British royal family eats. Yes, their food choices might surprise you. We're talking about banned foods, weird habits, and everything in between. You might think that royals just dine on fancy meals and extravagant feasts every day. But hold up, there are actually a few things that the royal family completely avoids. Let's get into it. So, what's on the royal menu, and what's off limits? Well, first up, let's talk about something that might seem a little stinky. Garlic. Yep, garlic is a no-go for the royal crew. You might think, what? Garlic is delicious. And you'd be right. But, for the royal family, garlic is one of those foods that's banned, especially when they're on official duties. Queen Camilla herself admitted in a MasterChef Australia interview that garlic is kept off the table, and not because it's not tasty, but because of its lingering effects. Imagine sitting next to a royal at a dinner party, trying to have a conversation, and all you can smell is garlic. Awkward, right? Now, garlic isn't the only food they stay away from. Shellfish too. You know, those delicious shrimp cocktails or lobster tails. Yep, those are also a big no-no. The reason for this isn't because shellfish is bad. It's actually because of the risk of food poisoning. The royals have to be super careful about what they eat, especially when they're on official trips or attending big events. If they were to get food poisoning, it could totally derail their royal duties and mess up their public appearances. I mean, can you imagine the Queen getting sick before a major event? Yikes. But let's be real for a second. It's not like they never get to enjoy tasty food. Oh no, they still have some pretty incredible meals in their kitchens. For example, let's talk about their preference for simple, healthy food. It's been reported that the royals enjoy a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables. Their diets are often lean and clean, with a focus on good health and longevity. Even Prince Charles, before he became king, was known for his love of organic food. In fact, he's such a fan of organic farming that he's been pushing for it for years, even turning his own estate into a model for organic agriculture. So yeah, it's not all about avoiding food, it's about choosing the right food for a healthy lifestyle. Speaking of healthy, do you ever wonder what the royals eat for breakfast? Well, it's not a massive spread like you might expect. No full English breakfasts here. Instead, they usually go for something a bit lighter. Think cereals, fruits, and eggs. And the Queen? She's been known to enjoy a cup of Earl Grey tea in the morning, along with a piece of toast. I mean, for someone who has a packed schedule of royal duties, it seems like a pretty simple way to start the day. But what about their more formal meals, like state dinners? Oh, now we're talking. These are the big events where the royals get to show off the best of British cuisine. We're talking about fancy dishes with the finest ingredients. And, of course, everything is prepared with the utmost care and attention to detail. It's not just about the food, but the presentation too. After all, the royals have a reputation to uphold, and every meal is a chance to showcase British culinary excellence. So, let's take a closer look at some of those fancy state dinners. You might think that foie gras, the luxury French dish made from goose liver, would be a royal favorite. But, guess what? It's actually off the menu for the royals. They avoid it because of its controversial nature. Some people believe it's inhumane to produce, and the royals are known for avoiding foods that have a questionable reputation. So while foie gras might be a hit in other circles, it's not making an appearance at Buckingham Palace. Okay, I know what you're thinking. What about desserts? Surely the royals have a sweet tooth, right? Absolutely. But even their desserts are on the fancy side. The Queen, for example, has a special affection for chocolate. It's been said that she enjoys a small piece of chocolate after her meals. Nothing too big, just enough to satisfy that craving. And let's not forget about the famous royal wedding cakes. Those towering, intricate creations are a huge part of royal celebrations, and trust me, they're just as delicious as they look. But back to the more peculiar food restrictions. Another dish the royals stay away from is anything too spicy. They prefer more subtle flavors, which makes sense given their need to maintain a dignified image. Imagine a royal getting a bit too fiery from a spicy curry. Definitely not the look they're going for. That said, I'm sure they've had their share of flavorful international dishes, just with a little less kick. Now, I can hear you asking, do they ever break the rules? Well, sometimes. While these food restrictions are generally followed, there are exceptions, especially when the royals are off duty or in private settings. For example, The late Queen Mother loved to indulge in a dish called eggs drum kilbo, which is a seafood-based recipe. So while shellfish is banned for formal occasions, a little seafood every now and then wasn't a big deal behind closed doors. So, what can we learn from the royal family's food habits? It's all about balance. While they stick to some strict rules, like avoiding garlic and shellfish, they also make sure to eat well and take care of their health. And let's be real, their meals are anything but boring. Even with all the restrictions, they still manage to enjoy some of the finest food out there. But what do you think? Would you be able to follow the royal food rules, or would you miss your garlic bread and lobster? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And of course, subscribe to Throne Talk for more juicy royal facts and behind-the-scenes stories. You never know what we'll talk about next. Alright, I'll leave you with this. Next time you sit down to a meal, just imagine that you're eating like royalty. No garlic, no shellfish, but still plenty of delicious food. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.